You're listening to the Rebel Rebel podcast with Rory Carson. Tá sé bh géisteach leis an fód cruúlaí Rebel Rebel le Rory McCarson.
1973, the British Army introduced a non-lethal projectile into the north of Ireland. 17 people have now been murdered by this non-lethal projectile, 7 of whom are innocent children. Robin Dunwoody has wrote this song in memory of 2 of the young children who were murdered when returning from the shops with groceries for their family, friends and neighbours. No British soldier or organisation has ever been charged with the brutal murder of these 2 young children. Hal Ann Kelly, 12 years of age. Julia Stone, 14 years of age. On Belfast streets, I've heard it said, they're shooting little children dead, taking lives hardly begun, plastic bullets from their guns. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. Young Caroline, 12 years of age, shot down by Brits in a bloody rage. Julie Livingstone as well, fell victim to their plastic hell. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. They tried to drag us from our streets by taking lives too young and sweet. Do they not know will not be beat? Their violence is their own defeat. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. They try to make us toe their line by using every type of crime, but freedom won't be terrorized, nor freedom struggle criminalized. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. In Belfast streets, I've heard it said, they're shooting little children dead. They're taking lives hardly begun, with plastic bullets from their guns. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. After all, you're maimed and killed.
Well, folks, welcome along. How you doing? What is the crack out there? Welcome along to Rebel Sundays here on the Rebel podcast. Myself, Big Ro. Folks, it literally feels like about a year since I've been in this studio. That's what it feels like. I come down and my ma's organised. She's put bloody books in the shelf where I had all my wires and leads and all, and just dumped it on the box, and I had to go around and stuff all over the studio. And that's why it took me a bit longer to get set up. Normally I just come straight in, bang, everything's ready to go. But obviously in my absence, my ma's been farting a bit up here doing something. So listen, well, it's her house, so I can't complain. But yeah, folks, welcome along. You're very, very welcome. Cheers for tuning in this afternoon. No guest today, just myself here till 4 o'clock. Obviously the Hoops are playing today against Kilmarnock in the League Cup, so obviously that will probably piss off at about 3 o'clock, which is acceptable, not a problem, folks. So we'll get you here for a couple of hours anyway. So yep, any requests, any tunes you want to hear, folks, just myself all day, so get them in. And the most rare and obscure, the better, please. Any tunes you don't normally play in the show, get them in, and we'll try and get them on today. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, we're on 2 Facebook pages. We're on my official DJ Rebel Row page, and we're of course on the official Rebel podcast page on Facebook. So if you please like and share the stream on any of those 2 as possible, please. Of course, we're also streaming on our main platform of YouTube today, so you can copy and paste the link on YouTube if you want, and send it across to whoever. We're not on Twitter now. I don't know what I've done to Elon Musk. I know I pissed Mark Zuckerberg off for a while, and he had me banned from Facebook. But Elon, I can't go on Twitter anymore anyway. So listen, it's their loss. That's all I can say. So it is. But folks, you're very, very welcome. So cheers. A wee bit of a new look screen today. It just was farting about last night. I think I'll just change maybe the screen here. Obviously, I had to take off the Twitter logo I had on the bottom of the screen. So I just said, listen, I'll just change it completely. So I have a new font and all at the top for the Rebel Sundays and whatever. And we've got the Rebel Podcast logo back on. And then we'll have the Facebook and YouTube streaming icons there. So right, well, before we jump into the comments, I have to do this here, folks. So do a bit of crack. But listen, don't care if it's women's football or men's football or whoever's playing football, it's still bloody England getting put out of a major tournament. So what do you want, like?
All the ladies fell for Rudolph Valentino. He had a Beano back in those balmy days. He knew every time you meet an icy creature, you've got to teach her hot-blooded Latin ways. But even Rudy would have felt the strain of making smooth advances in the rain. Oh, this year we're off to sunny Spain. We're taking the Costa Brava plane. Viva España. If you'd like to chat to Matador in some cool cabana and meet senoritas by the score. España, por favor. Quite by chance, the hot romance have found the answer. Flamenco dancers are for the finest bet. There was one who whispered, who asked Stella Vista. Each time I kissed her behind the castanet.
Yeah, so well done to Spain. Viva España. Out England, ladies, out there, ours as normal. So well done to Spain. Didn't see any of the match, but apparently it was pretty dirty there near the end. So it was. Wouldn't be like England to be getting up to their old tricks and being a bit dirty, would it be? Sure. What can you do? Right, so we'll jump into the comments, folks. See what we have watching. See the numbers jumping up here gradually as we go on. So we'll jump straight into the comments. See what we have watching the show today. And then we'll get on to the first of the day's tunes. Let's see. Who do we have first on YouTube? We'll have Christopher Hamilton. Yes, that means España. Marty Heaney, what is crack? Marty, how you doing there? Or our spanner himself. Not going to be doing too much spannering these days, folks, of late. So I meant to give him a few weeks off. Maybe it's a good thing we won't be on the show for a while. We haven't been on the show for a while because he is recuperating. So folks, for any of you that didn't know, obviously, might have been on Instagram or YouTube, but don't watch the show on Facebook or whatever, or on Facebook. Might not have seen what Marty got up to last week. I'll just show you the picture evidence. So last Sunday, I had a great gig in the Rock last Sunday, folks. It was great. So it was, obviously I was very sober. Brilliant gig with Shay Doolan. Cheers to everybody who came down, got photographs and all. Brilliant crack. I left Marty and Elaine. Obviously Elaine won the Wolf Tones tickets during the week there, before the concert. Maybe, yep, they're going up to the gig, whatever. So I'm dreading, left two of them. They were quite ready, but they were still in a sober sort of state of mind. I goes home on working away on Monday, so I'm just dragging the lorry down. Next thing it seems, this gets us here messages from my WhatsApp. Bang, 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 bang. What the hell's that there? Who sent me messages here? Marty Heaney. Next thing gets us here, first one here. I was like, what the hell? What's this here all about? What's this? Looks like an old broken window or. Then it gets this here picture here. I was like, oh Jesus Christ, what the hell is this? What's happening to this man? And then this Marty looking goofy as ever, sitting on his throne in the kitchen with his wee hand. But now I'm not going to put the pictures of folks of the latter ones because they're quite disgusting. Marty seemingly sent me the videos and the picture of him getting his operation done in the hospital the other day, which wasn't nice when I was just getting my lunch, you know. But cheers, Marty Fat. So folks, anybody else will be out for a night out and they're quite drunk, you know what I mean? They go home and go, oh shit, lost my keys. So Marty's blamed it on his lovely wife Elaine. So he is, obviously it's up to her with the keys, because Marty can't be trusted with keys apparently. They only have one set of keys. So Elaine had the keys and partly lost them on the night out in the Rock. Or between the Rock and getting home. No keys. So anybody else would say, well, we'll phone for help, or we'll see if somebody else has a set of keys or whatever, we'll ring around. No, Marty proceeds to break the window in the house. I'll not the Rock, I'll smash the window. There's a big breeze block here in the garden. I'll just throw it through the window. So, reaches his hand through the window to try and open the main window, and obviously slices the whole gazangles out of his hand, as you can see in that picture there. And then, obviously, damaged the tendons not there and had to go to hospital and go to get an operation done on Tuesday. So Marty, fair play to you, mate. That was a great job you done, have to say. Not probably not the way I would have wanted to put it, but listen, when people are drunk and out of it, they do crazy things. So Marty, mate, fair play to you, mucker. Not nice to go through. So I hope that your right hand can do all the work today on the keyboard. Hopefully we'll have no Neanderthals on the show today and causing mayhem and destruction and needing you to do any spannering. So there we go. Well done, Marty. Right, who else will have watching in? Who else will have watching in? Let's see. Right, where to go to? Ray Callahan, my fellow trucker. Well, listen, Ray drives a DAF. So he doesn't normally have a great experience as I do driving my lorry today, because anybody that drives a DAF will have constant problems. As soon as you turn the key in the ignition, you hear it there, ding, 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 ding. And what lights are going to arrive in the dashboard today to piss your day off? That's what daft drivers suffer. So, Ray, I do feel your pain. Cheers, mate, for tuning in today on YouTube. Celine, very, very early today. What's the crack, Celine? Bright and early. You did say last night you were coming on. You're going to be early, so cheers, missus. Derek Delaney, second of our Dirty Dubs, had Ray on first there. Afternoon row and the gang. Viva España. España indeed. Right. Richard O'Callaghan, fellow Lenadunian, living down in Dublin. Cheers, mate. James McCleave. Cheers, mucker, who had a very, very good night last night, who ventured into the Land's Den over by Aston Villa to go match Damien Quinn's set last night. And by all accounts, it was a great set. He sent me a video. Looked like a good wee night. So And as far as I know, James didn't go to bed. I think he's currently sitting in his hot tub at the back garden now. So he is. So James, over in Birmingham there, mate. So enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you're treating that lovely wife of yours with great care and respect, as you should be. Joseph McGow, watching it in free. Derry, afternoon to all Rebel family. Cheers, mate. Enjoy the breakaway. Where is Derek and Val off to? Are they again somewhere else, are they? Let's see. Hugh McKenna, what's crack? Hugh, Viva España, indeed. Anne-Marie Barkley is watching from the one and only God's country, indeed, here in the great West Belfast. Let's see. Derek just says, sure did right. Nice been all Ireland champions in men and women's football. Oh, God, here we go again. Ciara Griffin, how you doing, Ciara? What's the crack? Good afternoon. Another one of our Wolf Tones ticket winners. Hope you enjoyed the show last week. Let's see who else we have. Maura Burns, Cope Bridge. How you doing, Maura? What's the crack? This is cheers for tuning in today. Jim McCaff down the falls there. As my mother is watching, I'm not going to say down the lower whack, but cheers for tuning in today, mate. Hugh McKenna, it's a beautiful Sunday road. It is, mate. Of course, that's what we get to play later on. Don't you worry. There's Marty's long suffering wife, Elaine. On how you doing, Elaine? Hope you're looking after that man of yours. Right, Sydney Deering over there in America. How you doing, Sydney? Viva España, indeed. Mark C 79. Go on the Spain. Marty Higgins, resident singer in the Dubliner in Santa Ponsa, a fellow bald eagle like myself, tuned in today. Viva España, Celts to win. Cheers for tuning in today, Marty, from over in Santa Ponsa, mate. Fair play to you. Let's see who else we'll have. Anthony Hart, there we go, mate. Good seeing you last week, Mucker. Afternoon all. A very dry weekend. This is Fela near killed me, but it was a good few weeks. It was unreal. Happy days, mate. Good to see you venturing on the West Belfast for the one and only Fela. Valerie, how you doing, Valerie? What's the crack? Hi, rolling the gang. Right, so we'll play one next tune here, and then we'll get back to a few more comments. So again, as usual, folks, share the stream for me. So, folks, obviously that is about the Wolf Tones last week. I've seen some great videos, phenomenal videos. Look like a great night. Like now to me, that park was just a bog. So I wouldn't have been really venturing into it myself, even if I maybe had a bit off work the next day. But we'll do a bit of Wolf Tones today, seeing Celtic's playing Kilmarnock today in that shady plastic pitch. So they are. So hopefully we can get the job done against them. Obviously Rangers couldn't do it in the first day of the season. Beating Kilmarnock at home isn't for everybody, so it isn't, folks. It's just for a selected few. But so we'll do this one here. And we'll do this here spicy for Stephen Nolan, for Jim Allister, and of course our good friend in the south there, Joe Duffy, who had Brian Morfield on a show during the week. So who said this song here is that it's a dreadful song, and he doesn't know why anybody will want to listen to it, but it's looking like it's going to be going back to number one in the Irish charts this week. So here we go, folks. You know what it is. You see, this is when the thing just to say is not to play. We'll try it in the other channel and see if it works in the other channel. Maybe my thing is just to say to freeze. Has it? It's just to say to freeze on me. So, you know what we'll do? We'll, let's just start playing now, is it? There we go. That's the day we're having today, folks. Right, here we go.
It was far across the sea when the devil got a hold of me. He wouldn't set me free, so he kept me sold for ransom. Na 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 na. I'm a sailor man from Glasgow town. I've roamed this world around and round. He's the meanest thing that I had found in all me days of wandering. Na 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 na. And I could see his evil eyes once then he took me by surprise. Take me to your paradise, I want to see the jungle. Na 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 na. Here we go again. We're on the road again. We're on the road again. We're on our way to paradise. We love the jungle tea. That's where the lions sleep. graffiti on the wall just as the sun was going down. I see graffiti on the wall.
What the sense? What the sense?
Graffiti on the wall, it says we're magic, graffiti on the wall. Graffiti on the wall. And it says ooh, ah, up the rat, say ooh, ah, up the rat. Ooh, ah, up the rat, say ooh, ah, up the rat. Ooh, ah, up the rat, say ooh, ah, up the rat. Ooh, ah, up the rat, say ooh, ah, up the rat. Up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. We went through each jungle deep, for the paradise that we did seek was no trip for the weak. They're waltzing with the natives. Na 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 na. From the Amazon to Borneo, from Africa to Tokyo, to the darkest jungles of the world, but nowhere could I lose them. Na 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 na. Around in circles every way, he turned to me and he did say, I think you're leading me astray. I want your soul, me boy. Na 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 na. Here we go again. We're on the road again. We're on the road again. We're on our way to paradise. We love the jungle deep. That's where the lion sleeps. For then those evil eyes, they have no place in paradise. Graffiti on the wall just as the sun was going down. I see graffiti on the wall.
What the sense? What the sense?
Graffiti on the wall, it says we're magic, graffiti on the wall. Graffiti on the wall. It says ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat. Ooh ah up the rat, say ooh ah up the rat.
There we go. Some of the Wolf Tones there, folks. As far as I know, I haven't been cut off Facebook yet, so that's a good sense with it. So, yeah, just again, obviously, you knew, like, last Monday morning, Fanny's in the north here would know what the crack is. Like, every year, year on year after year, the first story on the Gobshite Nolan show is going to be, oh, the Wolf Tones sung an Up the Ra song. But this year, the first year, they actually mentioned Alan Quinn and Shebeen. And obviously, Alan posted about it during the week, about all the activity and all blah blah, and basically Nolan proceeded to read out the first verse of the Sam song, and going, this is great here, the Sam song's getting the blast on radio all sorts with us at 9 o'clock in the morning. And he says, and this band from Scotland, Shebeen, Alan Quinn, the lead singer, and they sung this song about helicopters getting blew to the sky and all, and blah blah blah, and blah 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 blah, and all this shit. And then obviously Jim Allister weighed in, and then it's Arts Council money and this, and council funding and this and that, and blah 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 blah. And it shouldn't happen, and there must be an investigation, a thorough investigation. But there won't be a thorough investigation. It'll happen again next year, so it will. And but then obviously this week our friend Joe Duffy got out Brian on the blower, on the live line on RTE, and obviously, I mean, Joe Duffy of all people telling Brian Warfield about basically like, oh, you've made too much money this song, and you are just bloody cash merchants and all this here, blah 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 blah. And basically, when you look in the salary Joe Duffy's on, like on RTE, it would make your eyes squirm. So it would, I mean. So I don't think Joe's any reason to be busy telling people that they're making money off busy talking crap or singing crap or whatever. Because He's doing a good job of himself on RT, so he is. But yeah, folks, so looking at their songs going straight to number 1 again on the Irish charts. Anytime there's any controversy at all, but I think it was when the girls sung it, the Irish, when they qualified for the World Cup, it went back to number 1 again, I think. And some other time it happened, it went to number 1, and obviously now I think it's up to number 4 or 5 or something in the Irish charts. The iTunes charts is going to go up again, so it is. But it's ridiculous. Just ridiculous, I have to say. Right, well, jumping back to a few more comments and see who we'll have listening, what, where, and when. Yeah, folks, cheers, give me a few numbers today, so much appreciated. Right, where do we leave off? I think we left off at Anthony Hart. So, who's this here? ADHD Gamer 4K. Hope you're well, Ro. Rebel Sunday is the day indeed, mate. Right, there's a man there now. It's great to see him on today. Neil Costigan. Good morning from Staten Island, 8:25 a.m. Tomorrow I'll have a new hole in my head by this time. Mate, it's Neil, honestly, it's great to see you're on here. I don't know if you went for your operation or not yet, but listen, I got a message from Neil the other night, and literally it scared me, so it did, like, I have to say. I think it was Friday evening, so it was, just obviously browsing through Facebook, and this here came up, so it did. And it just sort of floored me. Obviously, Neil's been a massive, massive supporter of the show from the very, very start, so he has. And I got this here message here from Neil. Obviously, if any are on YouTube or Instagram and don't really have on Facebook, so I didn't see this here. So Neil sent us this message saying, folks, do me a favour, mate. Please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I'm having a brain surgery tomorrow morning to remove a brain tumour they've just discovered. Hopefully it'll be a one-time only surgery. Fingers crossed. All the best, my friend. Please, and all my friends from the show to do the same. Obviously, I stuck this out in my Facebook, put it on the DJ Row Facebook, put it on Instagram and all as well. And massive, massive numbers. Obviously, people sort of sent praying and stuff for Neil. So, Neil, hopefully you pull through this here. And they've caught it quick enough, mate. But it's great to see you on today, Mucker. So supporting the show as always, live from America. So our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family, Neil Costigan, mate. So it's great to see you on. FTB on YouTube, Martin. What did you do? Well, obviously you seen what he done. Celine, yeah, says it's always a woman's fault. See who else do we have? Thomas O'Toole watching on Facebook. Hey, go on the road. Cheers, mate. Good on yourself. Michael McCormick, they're from the Irish Sound. Michael from Tipperary. What's the crack? The new DAF's coming with a diagnostic tool to reset engine lights. What is it's just a big bit of black gaffer tape you can put along the front of the dashboard so you can't see any of the lights lighting up, mate. Good to see you all, Michael Mucker. Cheers for tuning in today. Marty Kane, there's a man I haven't seen on the whale. Well, Ro, what's the crack? Any chance of playing Bella Ciao or my youngest son came home today? We'll see if we can get Bella Ciao on today. Right, so Neil says his surgery is tomorrow. Well, Neil, listen, good luck. Jim McCaff says, Gary O was brilliant before Wolf Tones any song from the man himself. Okay. Anne-Marie Barclay says on Facebook, heard you been, were amazing. Sydney says, yeah, claiming the charts. What is the crack? Marty McGuinness enjoying the show in the hot tub in Costa del Lurgan. Well, mate, I've heard it called a lot worse. So, fair play to you, Mucker, under your lovely big canopy there. You have seen it there in the garden. Watching the show today on Costa del Lurgan, mate. So, cheers for tuning in today. Good man yourself. James is looking at me, says, volunteer Jared Lug by Kelly's Men, please, Ro. I'll see if I can. I don't know what there is. If it's on YouTube or whatever, it's not on any of the Spotify. Marty says, Neil, don't be sending private pics to Ro. I'm sure he's not going to be out with his phone. But when you're getting the nurse going, here, love, do us a favour there. When you're doing my brain surgery, could you just take a wee video where so I can send it on to Ro where? Derek Daly says, Ireland's Martyrs of 81 from Dreams of Freedom. There's a song we haven't played in the show. That's a good shout. So does my cheers. Yeah, Nolan isn't so big of a mouth now after his dirty wee secret came out. Well, I know he had to come out and publicly apologise last week on his show. Listen, how he can come back from this here, I don't know. Maybe he can, of all people. But as far as I know, he's currently he's instructed his lawyers to sue 4 different media outlets. Oh, that's the thing. Stephen Nolan loves challenging people, and he cries when people won't come on and debate with him. But when it's all about him, he stays silent and you go, sorry, I can't say anything because it's currently a legal matter. Yeah, just like what he said about Noah O'Donoghue as well. How long has it been since that wee lad was murdered? And he still hasn't mentioned it on a show once, so he hasn't. Nolan is a gentleman. Oh, here, Jim, he must have a few pics on you as well, does he? Let's see. Kira says, yeah, it was an amazing night. Yeah, thank you. You had a problem, Mrs. Right, so obviously we haven't been on a few weeks, folks, and said it looks. I felt like it's been donkeys since we've been on the air, but obviously just a few things have happened. I've been very, very busy of late with a few things to do, and then I've had gigs on. And folks, by the way, apologies to anybody who tuned into the show last week when we went live from the Rock Bar. Literally had it on for half an hour. The sound was absolutely. I didn't know how bad the sound was. I've seen a few people going, Hero, that sounds terrible. You haven't plugged something in, blah, blah, blah. But obviously, anytime I do any of the live gigs, folks, it's just my the phone picking up the speakers. So it's never going to be like crystal quality like this here. I can't do it on outside broadcast or a live broadcast. But that one last week, it was really, really, really bad. I think the problem was normally anytime I do a live feed from a bar, I just go on like Facebook Live or YouTube Live. But last week, I done it from the StreamYard Live from my phone, which is the StreamYard, the software we use for doing this here. But obviously, you can't basically, it's not great for picking up a live feed from catching speakers. That's why the sound sounded so bad. So, but the internet was shite as well on the Rock, so I lost the feed anyway. And then when I went back and listened to it, I was like, oh, that is terrible. So sorry to anybody that tuned in last week and had to listen to that or just racket for about half an hour or 40 minutes, whatever it was, I'm not sure. Apologies. But these things happen, folks. You're doing a live feed and you're having dodgy Wi-Fi and stuff. I think every single person in the Rock last week was using the Wi-Fi, so that's what the problem was. Right, so during the last few weeks when we haven't been on, another probably sort of Irish icon passed away, Sinead O'Connor. So she did. The girl had her troubles, had to admit, but I think she's one of them ones, anytime she was on the media or she always sort of said her piece and always spoke her mind. So she did. A lot of the times you go to yourself, this girl's, it's not all there, but she was having obviously like life struggles and stuff with her. Obviously her son passed away as well there recently. Couldn't have helped her, but she passed away over the last few weeks. So I posted this here tune on Facebook and YouTube of Sinead. We've done her and the Chieftains playing the Foggy Dew. Normally we'll keep this here version of the song for when we do the show on Easter Sunday. But we'll do it. I know my ma likes this as well, so we'll do this here especially in memory of Sinead O'Connor. So this is Sinead O'Connor and the Chieftains, folks, with the Foggy Dew.
Twas better to die 'neath an the foggy dew.
What a voice here, folks. There's Sinead O'Connor, R.I.P. Sinead, obviously who passed away over the last few weeks while we weren't on air. So just a wee tribute to her there. Amazing version of that song, but again, amazing voice. And condolences to all our family there. Folks, this is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel Podcast, broadcasting live here on, we're on two pages on Facebook. We're on the Rebel Podcast page and my official DJ Rebel Row Facebook page. And then we're broadcasting live on YouTube as well, right through to 4 o'clock, folks. I know the match kicks off against Kilmarnock in the Cup at 3 o'clock. So a few years might bugger off, not a problem, folks. Hopefully you'll be able to see the second half myself. So I might. So during that song was on, you see me posting up this here, folks, on the screen. So I sort of briefly mentioned it the last time I was on air, but it sort of took legs. A lot more and bigger than I ever expected or thought. So obviously, because the show's going to be finishing up, folks, at the end of the year. So for any that didn't know, Rebel Sunday's going to be gone at the end of the year. After the week after, we'll have our big fans gathering. The very last live show is going to be happening, folks, and that's going to be us. That's going to be it. It'll be all sad to hear, I'm sure any that didn't know about it. So obviously, I was sort of thinking about things that folk must be mind on next year, a few things I've wanted to do. So this is what is going to be happening. So I've named the company Culhullen Artist Management and Promotions for a very, very long time. People have been telling me, people in other bands, singers, this is something you're good at, this is something you're involved in for many years now, that you know the bands, you know the venues, you have all these contacts. You should be basically going out there and doing promotions, putting these bars, being a middleman for bars, getting bands in, people that need acts, singers, whatever. You should be in there to do it. And I sort of thought to myself, I couldn't really, I sort of probably didn't have enough confidence in myself to know how to do it, but secretly for the last sort of couple of years I have been doing it. Bars have been ringing me, friends have been ringing me, going, listen, mate, there's any chance, can you get us a band for this gig and get us a band for that gig, singer for that gig? And I've been around texting around people out of contacts that's in the bloody scene and getting the gigs covered. So I sort of said to myself, why am I not kind of got to go and do this? And said, frig it, I'm going to do it. So the name Culhullen Artist Management Promotions come up. So and literally I put it out there. And I sort of put it, sent around probably all the contacts I had, trying to make new contacts, put it around a lot of the singers, the acts, and I'm going to be taking this on over the next lot of months. Hopefully it's more going to be next year, but I'm trying to get the word out now. Would you just want to be involved with me? Majority of all the acts were all, yep, brilliant, we'll do a few gigs for you, you can get us gigs, not a problem, we'll get the word out, whatever and stuff. And it's literally just, put the first sort of flyer out, sent the first tax out, I got bookings that weekend, so I have. So it's been pretty steady, folks have to say, for the last sort of like a week since we started off. So this is what will have happened today. So I have 4 gigs happening this afternoon around Belfast and one in County Leitrim. So the first one is kicking off at 5 o'clock after the match finishes. So I'm in Nancy Mulligan. So cheers to Sean for having a bit of faith in me, giving the gigs here. So the lads, Toby and Kieran from Calling the Saoirse, are we playing there after the match from 5 to 7. And then up the road in the West Club, Bobby Fields is going to be playing from 6 to 8. Actually, I'll just take these banners off so you can see the full flyer. So Bobby Fields, Bobby's folks will be playing from 6 to 8. He's will be there next Sunday as well. So cheers to Michael on the West for throwing us a few gigs along. Much appreciated. It's another great to have another contact open. Then this is probably the first one we sort of had way outside Belfast. So cheers to Teresa in Pat Joe's in Ballinamore in County Leitrim. Michael D, the Rebel Rover from up around Monaghan, is going to be playing the other day. Michael was playing McInerney's last week for me, so Michael's going to be in from now I've put down here 6 to 7. It's actually 6 to 8, so it is. So it's 6 to 8. Michael's going to be playing today. Not 6 to 7, let's just tape on the flyer. Yeah, so Michael D, and then down again Nancy Mulligan's. Once Kieran and Toby are finished, Jerry McCabe is going to be on from 7:30 to 9:30. And he's there next week as well, so he's been in all of August here in Nancy Mulligan. So cheers to all the bars who are supporting me with my new venture, Culhullen Artist Management Promotions. Any bars out there who are looking rebel acts, folk acts, even have a few sort of guys out there with a country as well, sort of maybe soft rebel and folk have on that are on board with me. So if anybody's looking at that kind of stuff, give me a shout on Facebook, on Instagram. You know me, but I'm torturing most of all the bars, send them texts every week, send them flyers every week, what we're doing. So again, folks, it's been phenomenal. Cheers for the support so far for everybody that's come in. And dug me out and basically give me gigs and stuff. It's went so big. I didn't think it would be this big so far, but it has. So just cheers to everyone who has had a bit of confidence in me and said, listen, you can do this. We support you. You're a good guy. We know we can trust you. So hopefully I've repaid that trust so far. So one band, folks, that this is probably the first major gig that I've organised. So it is this one here. Two Tonys from Spirit of Freedom. They haven't played in Scotland in a good few years. So they haven't. So it's been. I was talking to somebody in Coatbridge a few weeks ago, and they sort of said, Jesus, we haven't had Spirit of Freedom over here for a while. So obviously, Tony Kelly was on to me and said, listen, yeah, mate, would love to be part of your project. So I had said to him, I said, Tony, you haven't played in Scotland for a few years. How would you be feeling about wanting to go over to do a few gigs in Scotland? And he says, I'll have a look at the diary for next year and I'll throw a weekend to you. So he sent me the dates over from it's from the 13th of April next year. So this is what their gigs are going to be for this mini tour of Scotland for everybody over in Scotland. So on Friday the 12th, they're going to be in John White's Bar, the Early Arms in Dundee. So they are. On Saturday the 13th, they're going to be playing in Coatbridge. Not sure where that's going to be yet. As far as I know, it's going to be Cards and Hearns organising the gig, so I'm sure Franny will have that all sorted and advertised well in advance. And then on the Sunday, they have two gigs in Glasgow. So they're going to be up first about 4 o'clock in the Squirrel. So cheers to Teresa in the Squirrel. And then they're going to be playing from 9 p.m. in Gallagher's in Glasgow as well. So cheers to Kerry Gallagher for sorting that out. So folks, any is over there in Scotland who haven't seen the Spirit of Freedom for a while this year, and these are all, as far as I know, so I don't know if they're going to be ticketed or paid or free admission. Maybe the two ones in Glasgow are free. I'm not a bit sure about the other ones, but I'm sure who's advertised them will let you know well in advance. So yeah, cheers to the two Tonys for coming on board. Really excited to have them with me. I think from they come on board, a lot more doors have opened up, a lot more other bars or other bands, singers have came to me and said, mate, yep, great to see you working with Spirit of Freedom. It's great to see they haven't been forgotten, because I think they slightly have been forgotten. Spirit of Freedom is one of the sort of the original rebel bands in this country, so they are, and a lot of times people sort of overlook them, do you know what I mean, because they aren't really on social media at all. And I think the way it is now at the minute, you need to be on social media, so you so maybe that's but they're downfall. But then again, they're busy. They're gigging every single weekend, so they're still getting gigs. So delighted to be bringing the Spirit of Freedom over to Scotland for the first time in a few years. That's going to be a joint venture between myself, Cuhuln Artist Management and Promotions, and then obviously Cards and Hair and Coatbridge, the Early Arms in Dundee, the Squirrel in Glasgow, and Gallagher's in Glasgow. So absolutely delighted to be bringing the lads over. So we'll go do a song from the Spirit of Freedom now. So we'll do one from their album a few years ago. And this is the Black Watch on Rebel Sundays, folks. So we'll just keep this here on the screen while the song's on. Here we go.
Strolling down the Falls Road with radar guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out to mass. A shower of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish aren't beaten yet. You've heard about the Beeman, the cruel war you see. You've heard about the Black and Tans and bygone history. But there's another regiment the devil calls his own. It's known as the Black Watch, commissioned by the throne. Strolling down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out en masse. A shower of Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the Irish aren't beaten yet. The soldiers come from Scotland, a place you all know well. The hardest parts of Glasgow, the tiny boys did well. They're given a British uniform, they're given a British gun. They join the fucking army just to have themselves some fun. Strolling down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out en masse. A shower of Scottish traitors beaten yet.
I'll tell him about the regiment and the fucking things they done. But when he gets older, becomes a man like me, he'll join the provisional IRA, set all Ireland free.
Strolling down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out en masse. As sure as Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the IRA sure aren't beaten yet. Strolling down the Falls Road with riot guns and gas, terrorising women as they're coming out en masse. As sure as Scottish traitors we never will forget. Thank God we know the IRA sure aren't beaten yet.
Thank God we know the IRA to shoot the bastard dead.
To break us they tried, but took us for fools. No brave volunteer would follow their rules. We fought till the end, our belief was so strong. We want a free Ireland, where the Brits don't belong.
40 years have passed now, since those brave young men stood up for their rights, the heroic Allen 10. Not even the cruelty they endured through that living hell could deter them from their cause in that H-block cell. Bobby Sands from Belfast, a rebel to the core. Your name we will remember and cherish forevermore. Francis Hughes of Balahi, fearless against the crown, with your fight for Irish freedom, you never left us down. Those brave young men of 81, honoured to be free, Ireland's gallant soldiers, gone down in history. A gallant Ray McCreesh, from South Armagh came he, as clever a soldier there was to evade the enemy. Patsy O'Hara, brave and bold, from the heart of Free-Derry town, known for his resilience, they failed to break him down. Joe MacDonald from the Falls Road, a brave soldier was he, standing by his comrade, showing faith and loyalty. Martin Harrison was a member of the East Tyrone Brigade, courageous till the end, his defiance never swayed. Those brave young men of 81, hungered to be free, Ireland's gallant soldiers, gone down in history. Kevin Lynch of Dungiven, from a sporting family, to gain political status, their demands were priority. Kieran Doherty from Belfast, fighting for the prisoners' cause, with courage and with bravery to suppress cruel England's laws. Balahi's Thomas McElwee was the youngest of the 10. His unwavering determination will we ever see again. Mikey Devine from Free-Derry, the last man to die, a rebel proud and true, and nobody can deny those brave young men of 81 hungered to be free. Ireland's gallant soldiers come down in history. Thatcher tried to quench the flame for our right to be free, but British justice is all it was, now all the world can see. Prisoners of war is what we were, and that's no shame to say. We fought for our rights and integrity, and that's our legacy today. Those brave young men of 81 hungered to be free. Ireland's gallant soldiers come down in history. Those brave young men of 81 hungered to be free. Ireland's gallant soldiers come down in history.
That's the sound of Dreams of Freedom, our folks from County Kerry, Richie and the lads. So a great song are actually written by Richie from Dreams of Freedom, called Ireland's Martyrs of 81. Obviously that was brought out there during the 40th anniversary of the hunger strike. So that was for Derek Daly, that one. Right, folks, you can see on the screen now we'll have the flyer for this year's Hills of Donegal Celtic Supporters Festival. Well, obviously it's not going to be in the Hills of Donegal this year. It's going to be in the hills of Gran Canaria in Puerto Rico, to be exact. Slightly sunnier, no more peachy rain this year. Running up and down the street to the next bar, getting soaked. So just let's see a bit of a roll call. Who's all going, folks? It's on here today. I'd love to see a few more out there. So basically the way it's going to be, there's no wristbands this year. There's no like cover charge, free into all the venues. So it is so basically all you just get your flights and your accommodation out there. It's going to be a great week. It kicks off on Thursday the 21st, the Monday the 25th. So we arrive on the Tuesday. So as far as I know, I'm going to be doing a few gigs myself, DJing on the Tuesday and Wednesday, probably during the daytime. And then I'll be doing probably a few evening ones when the festival's on during the different bars. It's going to be taking place in Dicey Rayleigh's and Tiffany's. And of course, it's going to be a new pop-up bar happening in the vicinity of the shopping complex called the Celtic Corner. I think that's just going to be a joint venture from Tiffany's and Dicey Rayleigh's. So folks, it's going to be a great week. So it is over in the sun there in Puerto Rico and Gran Canaria. Callie's Men, Damien Quinn, Anne Spirit of Freedom, Liam McDonald, Gary Campbell, Liam Lappin, and myself, DJ Big Roo. So let's see a bit of a roll call, folks. Who's all going to be there? If any are on the day, let me know if you're going to be there. Just found out the other night that me and Michelle and Uncle Eugene are heading over. I was doing a street party up in Poglass, actually set up outside their house, and they were saying they're going over, so it's going to be great to see Emmons. Let's see, so who else do we have? I'll just jump back to the screen now. Where are we? Any time today would be nice. I could just, it's very, very slow, this internet today. I don't know what's wrong with it. Right, back to the comments. Here we go. Maura, what is the crack? Maura, Mrs. There's the legend herself. Any chance of Podgy looking for Songbird? Well, if you've asked for it, Maura, not a problem. My wish is your command. Let's see, Kathleen Johnson from up there in Boho and County Fermanagh. Myself and Therese Melly are going. She's definitely going now. She's going. Great. Happy days. Let's see. Marty Heaney cannot wait. Well, Marty, you haven't got your passport yet, so you're not going nowhere. So you aren't. I don't know if your passport's going to be here in time yet. Jesus Christ, you've read the very, very late. James McClave says, I'm going. Good man yourself. Let's see. Steve there over in Germany says, thanks a lot for tagging James McMullen. Hello, Rowan, everyone. Best regards from Berlin. Good man yourself. Son of Erin, 1916. How's everyone? Good to see you, Ro. Good man yourself. Jim McCaff. Today on YouTube. A big thank you to our Mary Allen for the Wolf Tones last week. Legend. Celine says, yeah, good luck, Rory, with the new adventure. Thank you very much, Mrs. Ronan McDonald. Ronan, what's the crack, mate? Good to see you on today. Spirit of Freedom, 2 legends. Best of luck on the new venture, mate. Good man, Ronan. Thank you very much. I'd have a chuckle on this one. Johan is being slightly pretty very faithful in me thinking that I'm going to be still about doing this in 2031. Very exciting news, Ro. Wish you all the best on your new project. I will contact with band to send over to Sweden for my 50th in 2031. Fair play to you, mate. Good crack. Let's see what else we have on here. Let's see. Lanky says, yeah, it'd be interesting going to see the Glasgow one, but when does the tickets go for them? Mate, the 2 Glasgow gigs are free, so there's no tickets for them. So they're going to be in the Squirrel on the Sunday after the Celtic game. As far as I know, that's going to be a free admission. And then on the Sunday night, as soon as Alan Pat is finished and at Gallagher's, they're going to be on. So it's going to be free admission for the 2 Glasgow gigs. So it is. James says, our driving days are coming. Rose's driving days are coming to an end. He is becoming. We've lost our feed on the DJ Rebel Row page on Facebook. Well, I wonder what song it was there. It must have been that their Dreams of Freedom song. So it was that lost it, but we're still live on the Rebel podcast page on Facebook. So any is watching on the DJ Rebel Row page, we're now gone. But the beauty of it is, actually, hold on a second. The beauty of it is, see what the beauty of it is that we can go back live again. So we can just go. There we go back. I forgot I could do this here. See, I was that used to have been on Facebook before, where once you lost the stream, you were gone for good. But we're now live again, back on the DJ Rebel Row page, so which is good to see. Yeah, I don't think my driving days are going to be coming to an end anytime soon, James. Right, listen, we'll do this one from you. So for you, mate. That's for James, who was at Damien Quinn last night in the heart of Aston, just beside Aston Villa's beautiful football ground. He was looking for scapegoats. Obviously, he's probably, if you're sitting in the hot tub, James, you have to send us a picture of this here to see. Of course, Marty McGuinness, if you're sitting in your hot tub, send us a picture of it. Get your lovely missus, take a photograph of you sitting there with a beer in hand. You're probably not sitting with a beer because you have a gig at night. Sitting watching Rebel Sundays. James, if you're sitting in your if everybody else is sitting in a hot tub watching the show today, send the pictures through to me, and we'll get them on the screen. By the way, yeah, Celtic have just put up their team for the day's game. So here it is here. The new starts starting the day. So see. So starting off Joe Hart and goal, which is he's been. I don't know. The jury is definitely Joe out in Joe Hart this year. We've had a few moments already, and it's only a few games in. So Anthony Ralston at right back. The wee man who's just in during the week is straight starting in the squad. Lager Bilk. Is that how his name's pronounced? Noraki as well. Taylor at left back. McGregor. O'Reilly. Home. Good to see Home starting as well at centre midfield. Abada, Maeda and Kyogo. It looks like Brendan Rodgers definitely fancies Leila Bada this year, which is great to see. So it is. Right, so James, admit this one is spicy for you, who was looking for scapegoats. So mate, play it loud and proud all over Birmingham, and let your neighbours hear this one. And this is an orbit of Marty McGuinness. Marty Higgins. Why did I say Marty McGuinness? Martin Higgins from his album Lullabies and Battle Cries. Here we go.
1974, and the days after the Birmingham pub bombing, 6 innocent Irishmen were wrongfully accused. They were then subsequently left to rot inside a British jail for 16 years. The only crime was being Irish in the wrong place and at the wrong time. This song is dedicated to the 6 men. The song is named Scapegoats. There were 5 men playing poker on the Haitian train. Fate was dealing them a cruel hand. Hugh Callahan was walking home through the evening rain, not knowing what lay in store for them. You find traces of night road, and cigarettes and matches, mic tabletops, and the text of playing cards. When forensics found traces on the hands of these 6 men, the police drove up from Birmingham saying the case was closed. Have you ever seen the mark shots that were taken after 48 hours in custody? Battered and bruised, hundred looks upon their faces. The judge, he accepted, they confessed willingly. Please take another look at what you see. You tell me my family are being terrorized. Keep me awake 6 days and nights, confused and terrified. In the cold, cold dark of night, well, I swear the black is white. If you just let me lie down and close my eyes, I'll sign anything if you let me close my eyes. Scales of justice, what balance up your act? Talking to myself or to the wall. Hugh Callahan, Paddy Hill, Jerry Hunter, Johnny Walker, Billy Powers, Dick McElkenny, scapegoats all. For 16 years they were talking to the wall. Scales of justice, please balance up your act. I'm not talking to myself or to the wall. Hugh Callahan, Paddy Hill, Jerry Hunter, Johnny Walker, Billy Powers, Dick McElkenny, scapegoats all. For 16 years they were talking to the wall. For 16 years talking to the wall.
There we go. That is Marley Higgins there, resident Santa Ponda singer in the Dublin there with Scapegoat, especially for James McClave over there in Birmingham, who loves waiting his neighbours up that wee tune nursery does. But why wouldn't you? Fair play. Right, hold on a second. Get that there. Pause. Yeah, folks, this is Rebel Sundays here on the Rebel Rebel podcast, broadcasting on 3 pages. We're on the official DJ Rebel Row page on Facebook. We're on the official Rebel podcast page on Facebook. And of course, on our main channel on YouTube, live till 4 o'clock today. So, folks, any requests you have, any tunes you want to hear, any abuse you want to give me, any questions you want to ask me, fire them in. I'm here till 4 o'clock. That doesn't give you a license to just throw a lot of random shit at me and ask me daft questions. But feel free. Right, so back to the comments to see what is happening while been on down there getting a glass of water. I was going myself, Jesus, what is time now? It's like probably 20 past 2 and I haven't even had a cup of tea today yet. I'm going, where is this? Nobody in the house. Nobody in here. My man's just in there and I thought they were sitting downstairs watching the show. But there we go. Right. Right, let's see. Who's on here now? There's young Fenton. What's the crack, Fenton? How you doing? Good to see you on today. Well, Row. Joseph P. McAver. Hello from Philadelphia. Good on yourself. Cheers for tuning in today. Anne-Marie, so she's looking a bit of Kieran Byrne, Death Before Revenge, see if we can get that on. Marty says, the passport will be here. Marty, that is not the first time I've heard that there, mate. Seriously. Especially as it's your first passport. Folks, can you believe this here? This is actually the first time Marty has ever been on an airplane. It's the first time he's ever ventured out of the north. Apart from whenever I had brought him to Dublin there a few weeks ago. He was like a child of Christmas, just looking at all the going, Jesus, look at this, look at all the trees and all around us, like what the hell's going on here? He was like a rabbit in the headlights. So I don't know what's going to happen whenever he gets on this plane and flies to this year where it's probably going to be bloody 35, 40 degrees in September in Gran Canaria and Puerto Rico. So Marty, you may hope that passport will be here. I can't see it. Like, I think Elaine's going to be travelling alone. And Elaine, if I was you, just never mind him. It's his own fault for leaving it this late. So it is. You get on that there taxi, get it down to the airport. No, actually, sure, we're giving you a lift, aren't we? We'll see you in that taxi. We're giving you a lift. So, yep, I'll be picking you up. We'll just wave Marty bye-bye at the door and wait back. Cheerio, Marty. There's Liam McDonald on. Liam, what's the crack, mate? Good to see you on today. Happy birthday to your wee one. And happy birthday to your missus from last night. Martin Milan there. Hello there from Mallow in County Cork. Cheers, mucker. Jim McCaff, he's looking at Gary O, Willie and Danny. Right, we'll definitely get that on there. Great version out there from live in Australia. We'll have. So we'll. Right. What else do I have? I haven't called it yet. Sydney Deering, she says, I'm hoping to go to Glasgow at Easter if my daughter qualifies for the Irish Dance World Championships. Do they happen in Glasgow this year? Are they? Well, here, Sydney, you'll if you go to Glasgow for Easter, there'll be plenty of bars. Go and see the Rebel stuff. So there will. The majority of all the big bands over there will be over here. So they will in Belfast. So they will over Easter, but there'll still be plenty of Rebs on. Don't worry, in Glasgow over Easter. I think that's all caught up, isn't it? Let's see. Wait a minute. Sinead, what's the crack? Sinead, there you are. Rory, could you please play a request for Sinead, Jackie and Linda, who are all on a girls' weekend in Newcastle? He's doing the caravan, are you? Yep. What song would you like, Sinead? Your wish is my command. We'll get that on for you. Connor Herbert says, Ro, can you stick a Celtic song on for my Uncle Paul on his 11th anniversary? Yes, we're going to play another song before the Celtic match kicks off. Johan says, I'd like to wish a new song this time, Boys of the Old Brigade. Colin Quinn watching on Facebook. How you doing, Colin? James O'Gorman says, if it ever loads up on YouTube, says, James from Cork will be there. Are you going to Puerto Rico as well? Good man yourself. Finton is looking for George and Pop, if you can. Ray Collins says, Marty will be getting off the plane wearing a big duffel coat. Yeah, big duffel coat, pair of bloody shorts and a pair of steel toe-cap boots. So we will. Oh jeez, here we go. FTP. Now this is where we're starting now already. Marty may have to cut the old spanner it. Martin, are you going to join the Mile High Club? Neil McGonigal, hail. Lily Fitzpatrick, how you doing, Lily? What's the crack, missus? Hi from London. Good woman. Cheers for tuning in today. James just says, yeah, I'm booking the flights now. Woohoo! I have 10 days work holidays coming up. Good man yourself. Happy days. Hope you've got some accommodation sorted yet. If you haven't got accommodation sorted yet, go and see Mickey Bell. He has some apartments there, mate, Sweetos, that he's looking to get took up. He's a few more apartments available. Right, so we'll do this here one for the legendary Maura McNally, who's tuned in today. Maura, this one is spicy for you. So she's looking a bit of Podgy. And this is from Podgy's album. The album's called Songbird. And this is Songbird from Songbird from the legendary Podgy from over in Glasgow, from Shipping. Here we go.
In the north of the world, in a cold little land, with the snow blowing over the sky, the hawk and the eagle soar mighty and free. The songbird gets ready to die. and laughter and joy. Hush you by, lie you down. Come stranger and take you away, and dream of your freedom, then you're away. Day after day, after day, after day. When England's were mighty, the world was her own. When big ships sailed in from the sea, and men of all colours, they were chained to her throne, but struggled through time to be free. And laughter and joy hush you by, lie you down. Come stranger and take you away, and dream of your freedom, then you're away. Day after day, after day, after day. In the cage of the master, the lark would not sing, while his own life was fading away, and sipped only his water, but ate not his corn. Day after day, after day. And laughter and joy hush you by, lie you down. Come strangers and take you away, and dream of your freedom, then you're away. Day after day, after day, after day. In the north of the world, in a cold little land, with the snow blowing over the sky, the hawk and the eagle soar mighty and free. Bobby Sands gets ready to die.
We got to sing the Songbird there from Podgy. So it was that was spicy for Maura McNally. So Maura, cheers for tuning in today, missus. And we're looking forward to seeing you at the big fans gathering. You better be there. So I'm just telling you, you need to be there, missus, okay? So make sure you're there at the gig. Yeah, folks, anybody else, again, just so you know, where's the thing? It feels like it's ages since we put this up. The big fans gathering, definitely, folks, it's officially sold out. There isn't a ticket or a wristband to be seen. It's going to be a great night, folks. It really, really is. On Saturday, the 2nd of December. People are still texting me this last few weeks, comment, have any wristbands? They didn't get any and all. I'd say on the night, there's probably going to be people that isn't going to show up. I know what there always is. People buy tickets for this year and don't go. So I know there's going to be people that isn't going to show up. So all we'll say is, come to the door on the night, folks, and you'll get in. Should be alright. Like, we should be able to fit another few in the door. So it's happening on Saturday, the 2nd of December from 7 p.m. So it's kicking off at 7. I'll be on first, playing a few tunes. Then our lockdown hero, folks, Kevin O'Driscoll, Kev O'Dale, will be on from 8 until 9, I think. And then Shay Doolan, he just blew the roof off the rock last week. Phenomenal gig as always. Shay's going to be on from 9 until 10:30. And then we're going to have a bit of a break. We're going to do the raffle and stuff. We've got a few presentations to give out. And then Clover is going to be on, finishing off the last 2 hours, playing 11 to 1. So it's going to be a class night, folks. So any of you are over for the weekend, don't forget the next day as well, we're going to have our official after party in. It's going to be happening in Sarsfield as well from 1 to 5 with Kev O.D., Kieran Mack, myself, Big Ro as well. So that's all free admission. So that's our Sunday the 3rd of December. You don't have to pay for this one. That's the official after party of the Big Fans Gathering 3 and the very last Big Fans Gathering, folks. Now, I'm not saying now that next year there's going to be nothing happening around this date. I'd say Cuchulainn Artist Management Promotions might be announcing maybe a gig around this time next year, around the December, start of December. We'll see what happens. But I'm saying nothing right now, so we'll see. Because I know a lot of you have said, frig, really raging. We really enjoy going to this thing every year. To get away for the weekend and stuff out of our hometown, whatever. So we'll see what happens. Regarding Cuchulainn Artist Management Promotions, there might be a wee gig organised next year in December for people that normally goes to the Big Fans Gathering, but we'll keep that stum for a minute. Right, back to a couple of comments. What time is it? It is 25 to 3, so another hour and a half to go. Cheers to Mather, who's just dropped up a plate of biscuits and a cup of tea. Much appreciated as always. Let's see. James just says, yeah, it's highlight of my year, the Fans Gathering. Valerie says, yeah, can't wait for a great weekend. Yes, this is the Snobs, Valerie and Derek here staying in the Europa Hotel in Belfast. So make sure you bring your credit cards with you. You'll need them. Beer. Derek says, yeah, looking forward to it, Ro. Jim McCann, can I get in through the back door? Right, let's see. Right, Sydney Deering. This year, Worlds was in Montreal. We were tuned in to Clover live from the Rock Bar while she was getting her makeup done and wig on. We were singing our hearts out, getting in the mood to compete. There you go. Happy days. That's good. Good to know. So it is. Dan Breen, Henry just says here, yeah, just on for a minute. That's my cousin and good mate Owen passed away. Sorry to hear that, mate. Catch you all in 2 weeks. Aaron told us, mate, you and the family. And all the family of Owen. Right, let's see. So James O'Gorman was looking for the Lockgall Ambush. I'll save and fit that there. So Sinead was looking for the Ballad of Grace. I thought I was going to get away without playing that song on the show today, but obviously not. Rory, could you play? Well, listen, seeing you put a fada in my name, Sinead, I'll have to play it for you. Rory, could you please play a song for Sinead, Jackie, Patricia, and wee Browser, the Schnauzer? Preferably Grace, please. Well, the name like Browser, the Schnauzer, we'll have to play Grace for you, so do like Sinead's not a problem. Right, Anne-Marie says, Kate Carson, what would he do without... Exactly, I know, mate. Well, Anne-Marie, what would it do without her? Right, so we'll do this one specially for wee Fenton, who was looking for a bottle of George and Pop. Of course, we're always going to play the Kelly's Main version, which is from their album called Live in the Craigan and Derry a few years ago. Phenomenal album, I always say it is, but this, even at my gigs, this is probably my most played album, any Rebel gigs, the Kelly's Main Live in Derry. And I've only seen it put on Facebook last night. I was doing another outdoor street party or garden party last night, and it was for a 16-year-old, but a big crowd. Garden was rammed, had a wee singer on first, then I came in, set up, whatever. And all the one was the grand says, all you need is 2 songs. One that goes boom, 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 the other one that goes boom, 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 boom. So I was like, well, obviously I'm going to want that rave stuff at the party. And that's what the first letter request was. And they were loving it, they're all going mad and all. And then somebody just come up to me and says, mate, obviously didn't know me, madam, didn't know who I was, didn't know Rebel Row, you know, like, and goes, mate, listen, the rave tunes are banging, but you don't have any Rebel songs, do you? And obviously my eyes just lit up, I was like, bing, of course. I think I have a few here, mate. I'll check my laptop. And of course, it turned out to be a mighty good session. So it did. They're in White Rock Grove. Just up by the other centre. So, right, here we go. This one's for Fenton, who's looking for the ball of George and Pop. Here we go.
on the slopes of the Craigan. One morning in May, 4 lads left their base with hearts young and gay.
Their cause was for freedom, a cause long denied, and the foreign oppressor they went to defy.
While patrolling our streets, they met with the foe. With the guns at the ready, our lads had to go. So we raised up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their paths. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian power, and they'll not stop me and you.
For the police, it went silent when the shooting died down. 2 young lads lay there dead on the streets of our town. Just another 2 lives lost for the ongoing fight. And in Derry we mourn on that faithful night.
So we raise up our hands and we curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Oh, won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian power, and they'll not stop me and you.
Hey Georgie and Paul, they like cold as stone. They're fighting for Derry, their own native home.
So always we remember, and don't you ever forget, we are fighting for Derry, and we owe them dead. Let's hear ya!
So we will
who dare to cross their paths, but my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian power, and they'll not stop me and you. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment the very hearts of men who dare to cross their paths. But my heart is broken too. Oh, won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian power,
stop me and you. Thank you.
When apples still grow in November, when blossoms are seen on each tree, when the leaves are so green in December, it is then that our land will be free. I wandered her hills and her valleys, but still through my sorrow I see a land that has never known freedom, and so lonely our rivers run free. I drink to the death of her manhood, those men who I'd rather have died than to live in the cold chains of bondage, and to bring back their rights were denied. But where are you now when we need you? What birds were the flame used to be? Are you gone like the snows of last winter, and so lonely our rivers run free? How sweet is life, but we're crying. How mellow the wine, but we're dry. How fragrant the rose, but it's dying. How gentle the wind, but it sighs. What good is in youth when it's edgy? What joy are in eyes that can't see? The sorrow and sunshine and the flowers, and so lonely our rivers run free. But where are you now when we need you? What birds were the flame used to be? Are you gone like the snows of last winter, and so lonely our rivers run free? Lonely our rivers run free.
There we go. There's the sound of Emer Nick Lahan there with Only Our Rivers Run Free. I'm not sure who it was earlier on. Asked for Rivers, but give us a wee shout and we'll give you a mention. Somebody had asked for Rivers in the comments. Just seen a wee sly one in there from Anne Marie. So she did. Obviously Finton has only come on and asked for George and Pop. And what did she say? Let's see. Where was it? Finton, you're privileged. Obviously, she's asked me for her song from Kieran Byrne about 6 times. I haven't played it yet. I'm sorry, Anne-Marie. Like, I know this is your show. Do you know what I mean? And I haven't played your bloody song yet. Even though I had it lined up next to bloody play. But calm your pants, would you, woman? Lily here says, absolutely beautiful. Yep, a lovely version of that song indeed. Ciara Griffin. Ro, can you play Misa Ura by Shanley and I'll try it again. Play Misa Ura by Shanley and the Unity Squad, please. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I like it. Well, it's my cup of tea. So I'm going to play it. It's a crack on me tune. And anytime you get to hear Shane MacGowan singing with no teeth in, it's a sight to behold in your ears and your eyes. But let's see. Match starts 15 minutes. Got to be a notification there. I don't have the app to watch the game on my phone. Only have the Sky Sports one. So obviously it's on Viaplay today, so I'm not going to see the match late. Hopefully see the second half of it live, because I think Laura has took the kids away to the park. So I might actually have the whole house to myself for at least a half of the match, the second half to watch. Hopefully, we'll see. Yes, Ciara, I'll definitely play it there for you. So we'll let's see. Johan says, yep, just to see Callie's been live game makes the trip to Canaria all worth it. Looking forward to seeing you again, mate, here, Mucker. It's been too long, my Swedish friend. Steve just says, yep, love this for you're talking about the Georgian pop, are you? James O'Gorman says, Spirit of Freedom, we're here on a long weekend. They're in Cork every other weekend, so they're. James, see, Callie's Men, Live and Die, brilliant Live and Die album. I wish they came to Cork. Now, as far as I know, they have been to Cork a couple of times over the last year, I think. Have they? Maybe they just haven't been to the bars you sort of drinking, but as far as I know, they have. I know Marty Healy, Marty, one of the main men from the band's played in Cork a couple of times recently, so he has. Get It On Radio. Lily, any chance for Grace? Yes, Lily, I'm going to play Sinead and all our cronies, girlfriends, vast fortune, I'm going to play it as well. Maybe in the next 15 minutes. A few more requests to get through here. So Anne-Marie has been going on about Death for Revenge from Kieran Byrne. We'll play it there next. And then I think it was Jim McCaff was looking for Gary Ogue, Wally and Danny. We'll go with that on. Then we'll get Grace on as well. And then obviously we'll get the Shanaghy and the Unity Squad on for Ciara, which is cracking me funky like reggae rock rebel tune. So it's a great wee song. Right, so next get on football. Okay, Maura, I get what you're saying, no problem. Yes, Anne-Marie, not a problem, I know. You're the best, well, Mrs. CR. Right, so this is for Kieran Byrne's album called For Ireland. Check it out on Spotify, folks. It's a great song list here. So it's Abe McInnesby, Billy Reid, Death for Revenge. We're going to play now. Farewell to Balahi. For Ireland, I'll Not Tell Her Name. H-Block song. Kevin Barry. Song from Something Say Too Strong. Willie and Danny. Song from Marcella. And I have to say, the last time I played song from Marcella, and my ma didn't really approve of it. She's like, didn't like that version of that song, like, so didn't. Just have to be truthful, you know. Like, so Kieran, if you have any issues, take up with my mother, Kate. She didn't like your version of Song from Marcella. The Parting Glass and Spancel Hill. So for Anne-Marie, my fellow West Belfastian, I love you dearly. This is Kieran Byrne with Death for Revenge on Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
Harry Hughes, McCreation Sands, Darty and Lynch, MacDonald, Herson, McElwee, Devine. Oh, call me what you will, and tell me what they say. Tomorrow brings a new wind, the rain has gone away. In these walls I see the sun shine o'er the hill, down into the valleys among the daffodils. But when the sword is over and I see your face again, I will tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge. Now here we stand starve in prison to uphold our fellow man. With only a woolen blanket, a crucifix in their hands. British crews harass and give them hell, but their spirits never break. Hold your chin up, lads, keep marching on. We don't think she'll leave it too late. But when this war is over and I see your face again, I will tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge. And Bobby was the first to go, with Francis close behind. The people streamed onto the streets, till fate was not a crime. Faith is what those men had when they chose to join or fight. Our actions were political, can those British see we were right? But when this war is over and I see your face again, then I will tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge. The days rolled by and two more died, O'Hara and McCreesh. So Thatcher chose to bite her lip, the toil was not to cease. The barricades went up by day, as the bullets hummed by night. How much longer must we keep this path, so still no end in sight? But when this war is over and I see your face again, then I will tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge. It's a dreadful thing that these men joined the ranks of martyred brave. That's 10 too many coffin nails, kick wholly to their grave. But if they'd only realize and Thatcher mark as well, that's 10 more determined reasons to break out of this hell. When this war is over and I see your face again, then I will tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge. But when this war is over and I see your face again, I will tell you of the warriors who put death before revenge.
There we go. So the Kieran Byrne there for you folks with Death for Revenge from his album For Ireland. And that was specially for Anne-Marie Barkley. So Anne-Marie, that one's specially for you, missus. Right, let's see what we're saying. Let's see. Anne-Marie, or I'm sorry, Sean. Oh, what? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. What is he saying? Yeah, Sean Cassidy. So he says, watching from the bone, God's country. And obviously, Anne-Marie straight in there with a wee hand grenade. Sean Cassidy, only one God country. Is that right? It is, Anne-Marie. Listen, look, see these Northeast. They've done nothing in the war. You know what I mean? Like, the Westies had to go over and fight it for them. So they did. And they go on like, it's God country. Listen, West Belfast is God's country. No other part of this world is God's country. And I will fight that cause wherever I go. Yes, there's Billy trying to claim Cruncher as one of your own as well, Northie, and he's a true Westie, so he is, amongst other people. So we'll leave it there, will we, Sean? Clark at that point. Ha ha, row, you're a laugh. I know, mate. Well, but listen, I have to tell you the truth now and again. I mean, and like I spent long enough over in North Belfast myself, played in the Alt-South flute band for about 6-7 years. And everybody week arguing with these idiots in North Belfast, talking about Dallas, that we've done this and all that there. And we're like, listen, like, we have to go over and sort your problems out for you. Know what I mean? Like, for God's sake. Whenever the buddy they're going mad over in Yardown, who went over and sorted it out? Bobby Story. He went over and buddy knocked some sense into them. So he did. The main man from West Belfast. So there you go. Ach, Marty, listen to the Westie now, who has been in South Derry in about 20 years. South Derry is God's country. The only thing about South Derry is, yes, it's country. It smells like cow shit. What does? That's the thing about South Derry, mate. Right, what we'll go to next. So, yeah, folks, today is where are we? This thing? Hold on a second. YouTube. Today is Mickey Devane's anniversary. So this, I hadn't forgot. I was going to Ro, will you play us something? We'll play something from the Northeast then, will we? Right, so we'll go do this one especially for Mickey Devane. I was looking for songs. Obviously, there actually was I found one song that was dedicated to Mickey Devane earlier on, but it was. I think like some boy recorded it in his kitchen or something, whatever. And it wasn't a great version of this song. So there was one song that we're going to do. It's called Freedom's Walk from Saoirse. Now, as far as I know, this is Big Pat and them's from Saoirse. So it is. So this is the Ultimate Sacrifice tribute to Mickey Devane. So when I start this, I probably is going to be hearing Big Pat from Shebeen. Poddick Moore singing. Saoirse were a phenomenal band, so like, so we'll do this one today, spicy, because this is on Mickey Devane's anniversary this afternoon. So it is, folks, here on Rebel Sundays.
It's a very poor existence for a man who's in his prime to be thrown behind the fence with no way home. But my oath will not be broken, for long blanket years I've done, and my sister makes me feel I'm not alone. All my memories down in springtime, as a child she'd hold my hand through the winding paths of poverty we'd run. With leaking roofs and dampness, under coats we'd cuddle up in that tin can filthy slum to end all the slums. Remember my words, we gave our lives the ultimate sacrifice to pay. Just give a token, reach out your hands to prevent this tragedy. A festering sore on the face of Mother Ireland's shamrock shore, and those responsible must be smashed beyond repair. So we climbed the hill to Cregan, where we finally settled down. Yet our father's eyes would never see you wait. As we gathered around for Christmas, he was badly taken ill, and with nearly 6 weeks past, our dad's dead. So with the hardships came the troubles, as the people from the streets, I could sense a real awakening in my mind. For the killings mounted higher, I enlisted to the ranks. Then our mother died and left us both behind. Remember my words, we gave our lives the ultimate sacrifice to pay. Just give a token, shout your hands to prevent this tragedy. A festering sore on the face of Mother Ireland's shamrock shore, and those responsible must be smashed beyond repair. In my struggle, I was captured for stealing guns. They gave 12 years. I joined the protest to defy the years to come. And all my thoughts for Louise and Michael kept me warm through nights of cold. And the collie brought me hope when hope was gone. So for our rights today we hunger. 9 great men have gone to rest. Can you hear them call my name from fields afar? I was born in a Colton hellhole. That's exactly how I'll part. We're a newfound generation who'll win this war. Well, now my body dead and buried, and the pain has long since gone. But there's a lasting wish, my friends, and I still hold. Its fulfillment lies with Ireland. Every conscience must respond. Make your stand, for every nation must be told. For it's a very poor existence for a man who's in his prime to be thrown behind the fence, the long way home. But my oath will not be broken for long back.
Yeah, certainly. Seriously there, folks, and Big Pat, what a voice, what a voice. Big Pat more there, folks, have Shebeen, who regularly plays with Alan, like to him, as like to Pat plays the bass of the band and stuff, but brilliant, fair play to Big Pat there. At their Saoirse, with Freedom's Walk, they're in memory of Mickey Devane. Just see him obviously on the screen now, folks. It's anniversary today, so it is. So you're welcome along. This is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. Myself, Big Ro. We're live here to 4 o'clock, folks. So the match has just kicked off, so I can see the numbers have gradually just went down there. Obviously, a lot of people are watching the game. So listen, we'll get a few hangers on. We don't. We'll still be here to 4 o'clock. They're a bit of a bong there. So don't worry. Right. So next tune we're going to do is this one. So I know it did play Podgy earlier on there, Songbird, but I'm going to play another bit of Podgy now, and the reason being because last week the legendary Eamon Sticks Doherty, he texted me and says, Ro, I'm going to be doing a recording of Grace, and there's a version, somebody has sung a version that has an extra verse in it, Grace, and he says, I've trawled the internet, I can't find it, can't get the words of it. Do you know who it is? And I said to myself straight away, I says, I've heard that extra version of Grace. I said, it was either Clan Carney, I heard a video of it, or it was Podgy, and I said to myself, I think it was Podgy. So when I listened to the Podgy version, and his sister is singing this one, Grace, and she sings an extra verse on their version of Grace. So I sent it on the Sticks, and we checked this one, and he was like, bingo, that's the one, mate, thank you very much. So Sticks, there we go. See, that's what I'm here for, mucker. Have your back. So for Sinead, I'll back and see if I can get all these Yahoo's names again, because if I'm going to give you a shout out for your song, I have to try and remember all your names. So back up all these comments here. Right, let's see, where are we? Come on. Sinead, where are you? Not Sydney. Sinead. There we go. Right, so Rory, to please play a song for Sinead, Jackie, Patricia, and we Browser, the Schnauzer, preferably Grace, who's chilling, probably on the Buckfast there down in Newcastle. So fair play to you, getting away for the weekend. Girls, enjoy it. This is trying to Podgy with the Grace. And just listen out now for the extra verse of this here that you don't hear in any other version of Grace. So it's a wee bit longer, this one. It's 6 minutes, 14 seconds. But it's a great version. It's the Ballad of Grace with Podgy. And it's his sister, as far as I know, that's doing the singing this here. So here we go.
As we gathered in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I think about these past few weeks. Oh, when they say we failed. From our school days they have taught us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. It'll take me out at dawn and I will die. And with all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this dear land. But when Patrick called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. It'll take me out at dawn and I will die. And with all my love I placed this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
Oh, Joseph, how I love you, and I've come to take your hand. Your love, ever true to me, holds true for Ireland. For you and me have made a vow for all eternity. So let it be forever and free. My own one, wait for me. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. It'll take me out at dawn and I will die. And with all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
And as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too.
On this May morn as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you, and I'll write some words upon the wall so everyone will know I love so much that I can see the blood upon the rose. Oh Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. You'll take me out at dawn and I will die. And with all my love I place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. No, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
There we go. That is the sound of Paul G.R., folks. So it is with his sister, and that was the Ballad of Grace. I say that version there, especially for Sinead and all our girls in Newcastle, and also, of course, Lily Fitz, who asked for it in memory of her late husband, the legendary Fitzy. So, yep, there we go. This is Rebel Sundays here, folks, right through to 4 o'clock this afternoon. Still no score yet, as such. But I seem to see a lot of people are saying here that Celtic probably should have wore their away kit, because it's really clashing, so it is. Apparently the home top against, I mean, you would think, because Kilmarnock playing like blue and white, Celtic playing green and white stripes. So I thought maybe they would have wore the new like the black top, black kit, or the third one, like the new fingerprint thing. I don't know why the hell people do this here for. Like, it's surely you'd want to give yourself the best chance of winning the bloody match. So I was just searching for something on Spotify there. The best chance of winning the match, wouldn't you, like? Than trying to do a kit clash like that there, like. I don't know. Right, so what time is 3:15? Right, Sean Cassidy, brilliant. Cheers, mate. Anne-Marie, looking for long cash for our wee da there. Maura Burns, yep, lovely. Paul Walsh, let's see, says, did the woman singing that song with a band called Summerfly years ago, they were an all-girl band? I don't think so, mate. I know, because them girls were from here, as far as I know. I remember Summerfly, when the first came out, they actually played on the stage at Arfela at the Carnival Parade. It would have been up in the Falls Park, I think. I remember when Summerfly first out, were first out, so they were. Wasn't an all-girl band, but I'm near sure, 100% that there is Podgy's sister. So she would be Scottish, wouldn't she, like, I think? You have to correct me, but maybe I'm wrong. But you never know, mate. But yeah, Marty says, yeah, beautiful version as well. I'd never heard that one before. Lovely. There you go, not a problem. Right, so next, who asked for this song? It was Jim McCaff. Ron asked for Gary Oak. I was looking for Wally and Danny. This is a class version I'm going to do. This is from his album he recorded live in Australia a few years ago, called I Believe in You. So yeah, check it out on Spotify. By all accounts, I've seen a few videos. Gary last week at the Field, and he just, as usual. Now, last week was the first time he's done the Field on his own. The last few times he's played, he actually had the full band with him. This time it was just himself. Now, that's a massive, massive stage for one person to be sort of standing playing on. Like, I suppose you could probably say, well, if I'm going to do it, be Gary. Like, but then when you have 10,000 people all singing along with you, you probably don't need a backing band, so you don't. But yeah, it was strange not to say to see him doing the gig with him on his own last week. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought it would have been, he would have had Crookie and all the rest of the lads with him again. Kieran McGuigan says, can't wait the Rebs in the Sun row in September. Happy days, mate. Come and say hello to me when we're over. Right, so for Jim McCaff, this one's special for you. This is Gary Oak with Wally and Danny live in Australia.
This is called Willie and Danny. Trying to send some songs of glory, sing some songs of peace. But in the end it's the same old story, they're both too hard to reach. People tell me that they're sick and they're tired of seeing this place run down. But I say, take your blindfolds off, you hypocrites, and help get us off the ground. Please say it isn't so. While Willie and Danny had to go, the reason's very clear. They're laying down the lives for a year up the air. 70 shots between their bodies, and not one of those bullets missed. But for every trigger that you pulled that morning, a volunteer will enlist. For 5 lovers, you left them lying there. A priest was turned away. So it's another step, Lord, for those SAS bastards. We will never forget that day. Please say it isn't so. While Willie and Danny had to go, the reason's very clear. Laying down the lives for a year up the air. To prove their worthiness, there's thousands round the roots, whilst the Barstool boys hovered helplessly overhead. The Ra came out to salute. Oh, the empty their magazines over each coffin as defiantly the crowds were sat. So it's another day that dawned and the guns they came out again, 'cause Willie and Danny and friends. Please say it isn't so. While Willie and Danny had to go, the reasons very clear. Laying down the lives for a year up the year. Please say it isn't so. Oh, I believe that Danny, they had to go. Yes, the reason's very clear. Laying down the lives for a year up the year. Please say it isn't so.
There you go, Gary Ogar, folks, with Wally and Danny led in Australia. Yeah, just see a few people commenting here saying he's in Ardoyne next week. I think he's playing the big opener stage. The Bring Your Own event, I think that's what's great about Ardoyne. He's been about Spring Hill as well. Although the feel is great, but I know a lot of people criticise the price of the drink. Like I think £6 for a pint is pretty steep, like for a pint at Billy Tenants. So it is an anybody sort of book. But yeah, the feel still was great this year. So it was. Right, comments where we? Yeah, Kira says, yeah, Gary Oak playing Ardoyne next Sunday night should be a great idea. So it's Gary Oak, and then Emer is playing as well with their band, and plus Chris Carney is playing, and then I think Jim Sherry and a couple of lads are playing up first. So yeah, it'll be a great night of rebs, open there, free in, bring your own drink. So what's not to say it's going to be a disaster. Sydney Deering was looking for Kinky Boots. Yes, Sydney, we'll get that on for you, not a problem before we finish up today. Linda Laird. Sinead O'Connor singing Foggy Dew. Can't believe she's no longer with us. Well, if you're looking at me to play it, I played that song already earlier on the show. You're way too late. So maybe get a wee listen back on later on Facebook or YouTube of the full show and have a listen back. But unfortunately, I've already played the song, so I have. Right, so Marty Kane asked for this one donkeys ago. I'll probably get us cut off Facebook, but don't give a shit. We'll just get back on live again. So this is The Wakes, Bella Ciao. It's a song that always goes down really well when I'm doing my Salt Lake sets now. You see the crowd just going nuts singing this here. So just a bit of a heads up, folks. So it's going to be Sunday the 10th of September before I'm back on again. You're probably going, well, what? I thought we were going to be back to normal again. All our stuff haven't been on the way. But listen, it's just the way things are going. So obviously next week is the 27th. So I have gigs on next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, folks. A couple of weddings on, then a gig on Saturday night. And I'm going to be busted. I won't have seen the kids all week, so I'm going to do obviously something with the family next Sunday. That's why I can't do the show next week. And then Sunday the 3rd, which is the week after, obviously Salt Lake playing Rangers. I'm playing down Nancy Mulligan's, so I'll be there for during the match, half time, and then for a bit after the game. So yep, obviously I'm going to be there all the season. So any of the big Salt Lake games, all the Salt Lake Rangers matches, any semi-finals, finals, and also all of the Salt Lake Champions League group games, I'm going to be down Nancy Mulligan. So looking forward to getting down there. So cheers to Sean and the lads for having me down at Nancy's for all the big Salt Lake games. Really excited, looking forward to it. So yeah, it's going to be Sunday the 10th of September. We'll be back on again, folks. Might have a guest on, might not have a guest on, but the thing is about that there as well, I've been trying to get a few guests on through it, trying to set, because I don't really know when we're going to be on certain weeks. It's okay when I say, yeah, we're going to be on every second week. I could say to somebody, right, go on this date, that date, but because the way things are at the minute, I don't know when I'm going to be on again. I can't say to somebody, yeah, come on this date and see. But the one thing that's grinding my gears this week, I was obviously asking certain people to come on the show, and they're sort of going to me now, listen, mate, to be honest, I'd rather not. And you're going, right, well, why would you rather come on? Is it you don't like me, or you don't like the show, you don't want to come on, you're just not like a person for coming on a public forum, whatever. And the sort of thing is more or less saying, listen, mate, no, the thing is, like, obviously when speak to somebody who's coming on me and saying, don't be going on his show, he's got to get you on here, and basically he'll ruin your career and this and that, and he'll try and trick you to come on and then ask you questions that you're uncomfortable with, and you might say something you regret and all this, whatever. And like, I don't know if this here is jealousy, even people that haven't been invited on the show and they're pissed off because haven't been invited, or obviously they haven't liked an interview I've done with people before. But the other day, folks, I have never asked somebody to come on the show, maybe under false pretenses of going, I'm going to tell them this, and then set them up, and they're going, it's never been like that. I've always been very, very upfront with people when I've had them on the show and told them, listen, look, and if they want the questions up front, I've always asked them, and a lot of people say, no, I'm quite happy, but they just get them on the day of the interview. But this year, people telling people, like obviously fellow artists and singers are on the scene, telling other people, no, don't go on his show because he's going to, it won't be good for you, your career, and this and that. It's complete and utter balls, that's what I'm going to say, and it pissed me off a wee bit, or heard that there, sort of. But listen, all I can say is I have more backing from people on the scene that enjoy what I do and see what I'm doing as a positive than these other arseholes that that's what I'm going to say to you now. If that's what you're getting up to, and you're now telling people, don't be on my show as a guest because you're going to regret it, it'll not look good for you, etc., blah, blah, then I couldn't give two fucks, to be honest. But yeah, so when we'll have our next guest on, I don't know. I obviously want to get a few more guests on the show before we finish up for the year. So so Marty Kane, he asked for this ages ago. So this is Bella Ciao by The Wakes. Here we go.
Una mattina mi sono svegliato, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono svegliato e ho trovato l'invasor, un partigiano, portami via. Oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Un partigiano, portami via, che mi sento di morire. E se io muoio da partigiano, oh bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. E se io muoio da partigiano, tu mi devi seppellire. montagna. Oh bella ciao, 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 ciao. Seppellire lassù in montagna, sotto l'ombra di un bel fior. E le genti che passeranno, oh bella ciao, 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 ciao. E le genti che passeranno, mi daranno che bel fior. Tutte le genti che passeranno, mi daranno che bel fior. Questo è il fiore del partigiano. Oh bella ciao, 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 ciao. Questo è il fiore del partigiano, morto per la libertà. Questo è il fiore del partigiano, morto per la libertà.
There we go. That is the Wicks with Bella Ciao, and expecting any minute I got a notification there from maybe Facebook saying, right, bang, didn't like that their song's too controversial, so we're going to cut you off. But we haven't been cut off yet, so you never know. Well, there you go. Right, yeah, that was from Marty Kane. That one, Marty. Sorry it took so long to get it on. I literally forgot. And just was browsing through my file there, and I said, oh, Bella Ciao, right, I'll get that on from Marty. So well. Right, what time is it? 3:30, so I have another half hour to go today. So I have Bobby Fields. What's crack, Bobby? Good to see you on Muckle today. Good man, Ro. Let's see. Maura McNally. What's in here? See, underappreciated. Summerly. We're from Donegal, by the way. Let's see, Maura says, yeah, Podgy and Pop Bonner, great singers, put their hearts into the songs. So do, see, I was here listening, like, name and shame. Listen, I'm not getting that there at all. I was just putting it out there that that was what happened, you know what I mean? Because I know it happened. Because I see some people text me and I was like, that's what I went myself, like, Jesus Christ, like, it's a bit annoying. So it is, you know what I mean, when you hear it there, like, I mean, maybe it's coming from people that, yeah, and listen, I'm not going to get into it. Maybe half know who it is, you know what I mean? Then you go to yourself, well, maybe the person that texts me should have known better than to sort of listen to that shit, you know what I mean? But listen, well, they're not going to be coming on the show now anyway, so, but folks, if there's any guests or you would like me to get on the show, put them in. I'll no, there's a lot of ones people have asked me to get, and I just can't. I've asked them, like, listen, mate, no, I just don't want to do it, or it's just not for me or whatever, and no, fair enough, whatever, do you know what I mean? I know James did say, oh, get my dad on. Now, that is one I want to do. Now, obviously, maybe want to finish up the show and do maybe a sit-down recording like the ones you used to do before, and obviously maybe get it on record, I can upload it to YouTube, because we've done one, I think my dad's been on the show twice before. Well, he done one with, when we done the one with the Raddies and the Plays, with the Brass Neck Theatre one, and then he done the one with Jim McCann, Danny Devaney, and Paddy Malloy. That was the one that took us about 6 hours to do, because there was more and more Guinness just kept getting brought in, playing Big Zach Factor, and people were talking over each other and all night. In the end, it was a great podcast, like a two episode one, all about the burning of the cages and stuff, and about their time in the cages. But it was just, the sound wasn't great, because a lot of times the guys were talking, and they were talking like this here. I mean, you're going, listen lads, you need to speak in the microphone. They're going, what? Yeah, but then you couldn't hear it. That wasn't picking it up. I mean, but the stories were still brilliant. So definitely, a few people have said to me, you need to get your dad down and do an interview with him. So we'll maybe get that done, maybe next year, whenever the whole show finishes, and we'll maybe sit down for a sit down one, and because he has a great story to tell you that. So he does. Patricia says, get Chris Carney back. That's maybe a shout there. So it is. Bobby Fields getting ready for the PD later. The PD. Now, Bobby, no, it's the West. It's not the PD. You're playing in the West tonight, not the PD. So don't be showing up to the PD at 6 o'clock. You're playing in the West tonight from 6 to 8. I hope you're just taking the pisser, are you? You're playing in the West Belfast Sports Soldier Club, the one I've tagged you in 4 or 5 times. Yeah. That was funny, early. Celine, what's she saying now? That's how really saying that about you, you know, I see you're promoting them and introducing them to more people out there to go and buy their music. I don't think it's about band music. Obviously, I mean there's no money in that, but band music. I mean, anybody that records a CD now that has anything of even trying to sell it is mad, because there's just no money in it. I mean, your best way, any recordings, any bands doing that, they just record it and stick it on Spotify straight away. That's your only chance of getting recognition. And one artist that has put their stuff on Spotify that has literally blew up over the last few months, in the last year, is Shay Toolin. Obviously, great to see him last week in the Rock. He's going to be playing another gig in December as well. So we're going to play a song here, obviously, because we've got a request for a few Celtic songs. Done one, obviously, the Celtic Symphony on there. So this is probably the from Shay's album called Take Me to Your Paradise. It's called the album. The album's called Take Me to Your Paradise. It's the one he released there just for all the Celtic songs. Probably the biggest song he done last week, and just as soon as he done this here, the crowd just went phenomenal. There was drink through all over the place. People went in their hole, near broke their necks. People jumped on the stage. I had to throw about 6 people off the stage. But yeah, it's just the way he does this song. The people just go nuts. So this is Walking Up the Gallagate from Shay Doolin, folks, from his album. Go and check it out on Spotify, on Apple Music and all. Take Me to Your Paradise. Here we go.
As I was walking up the Gallagate on a Saturday to see again, a man approached me and he said to me, who's playing today in this city? I said, go with me and you'll see a team with a world famous history. Their name is how they gotta follow them home and away unto victory. As I was walking up the Gallagate on a Saturday to see a game, a man approached me and he said to me, who's playing today in this city? I said, go with me and you'll see a team with a world famous history. Their name is how they gotta follow them home and away unto victory. A man approached me and he said to me, who's playing today in this city? I said, go with me and you'll see a team with a world famous history. Their name is how they gotta follow them home and away unto victory. A man approached me and he said to me, who's playing today in this city? I said, go with me and you'll see a team with a world famous history. Their neighbors said they're gonna follow them home and away unto Vincent.
On the Shay Lather, Shay Doolan folks are from his album there, Take Me to Your Paradise. That there is Walking Up the Gallagate. Brilliant version of that song, and he said he just blew the roof off the rock last Sunday when he played it. Right, let's see. Bobby, I'm just waiting on your reply here. I'm hoping the hell he's like, see when Bobby said there, looking forward to the PD later on. I was like, what? Mate, you're meant to be at the West Club. I hope Michael from the West hasn't listened here. Just imagine Bobby Field showing up to the PD later on. Alright lads, I'm singing here tonight, Big Rose let me down. They're like, no, mate, you're not playing here tonight, so like. And then I'm getting a text from Michael going, Michael, where's this guy Bobby? Is he not playing tonight? What's happening, like, you know? So Bobby, check out your buddy, your DMs there. Valerie, not for the want of trying. This man, I have probably a bit like Kev O.D. and it took me to mention in one of his comments, a comment in one of his posts that he finally went and checked his DMs. I have tried to get Mick the Busker on about 6 times. I've sent him messages to his own personal Facebook. No, he just hasn't read them. I sent him messages to his music page. Now I know the music page he doesn't use anymore because somebody was running it and he put a post up last week saying, yeah, I'm not using this page anymore. I want to get Mick on for ages. I love him. I love his brilliant singer. I think he'll have a great story to tell. So he will. So I will definitely look into trying to get him on again before, because yeah, he's a great character. So he is. So it's not for the want of no, I don't want to get him on. He's a brilliant artist. So he is. So I would love to try and get him on. So I will try again for you. So leave it with me. All right. Right, so we'll do next a bit of Kathleen Largy, so we are, and we'll do, what is it, 4 Green Fields. So we're going to do in the last 20 minutes of the day show, folks. If you've asked for a song and you haven't, if you asked for a song and I haven't played it yet, put a request in again. Now, Big Johan asked for a song, and I can't remember what it was, so Johan, put in your request again, and I'll try and get, Sydney was looking Kinky Boots. We'll do Kinky Boots as well after this one, especially for Sydney. So this is Kathleen Largy, folks, with 4 Green Fields.
Colin Kroga Mór Manaire Machlan Hien do Yil Amahir Misha Era Uig ni me Nan Chailach Bera
Fine old woman, what did I have? This proud old woman did say I had 4 green fields, each one was a jewel, but strange strong
glory, I who gave birth to Cuchulainn the brave. Great is my shame. My own children have sold their mother. I am Ireland. I am lonelier than the old one of Bear.
Misha era, Misha era. I love this land, every woman, every man. Misha era, Misha era. Workers' Republic and everlasting peace.
I am your son, beside the lagon. With Tony Thomas, Churchill began the United Irishmen, the river flows. Forces of nature carry all in its path to the place it's meant to be. A Misha era, Misha era. I love this land, every woman, every man.
Misha era, Misha era. Workers' Republic and everlasting peace.
I'm a servant, Mother Ireland, where then brain and sunshine east of the covers in England. Go back to Ireland, workers and farmers, not only free but Gaelic, not just Gaelic, but also free. Misha era, Misha era. I love this land, every woman, every man.
Misha era, Misha era. Workers' Republic and everlasting peace.
I am your son, beside the Clyde. Brother Walford came to the Gallagate and maintained their dignity. The river flows, forces of nature carry all in its path to the place it's meant to be. A Misha era, Misha era. I love this land, every woman, every man.
Misha era, Misha era. Workers' Republic and everlasting peace.
Misha era, Shinna mail na Cailleach Bear. More Malor made the rug who Cullen Crover. More Manoir McClan Fain the ye all war here. Misha era, Ugini main on na Cailleach Bear.
Misha era, Misha era. I love this land, every woman, every man. Misha era, Misha era. Workers' Republic and everlasting peace.
I am your daughter, beside Shannon, where Mary Perrons led the Keels right merry dance. The river flows, forces of nature carry all in its path to the place it's meant to be. Misha era, Misha era. I love this land, every woman, every man.
Misha era, Misha era. Workers' Republic and everlasting peace.
I am your son, beside the Hudson. James Conley came to Albany, told the workers organize, and from his grave evoked the spirit, told the bold Mike Quill to burn the judge's robe. Misha era, Misha era. I love this land, every woman, every man.
Misha era, Misha era. Workers' Republic and everlasting peace.
I am your son, beside the Liffey. Pierce read the proclamation, declared our sovereignty. The river flows, forces of nature carry all in its path to the place it's meant to be. Misha era, Misha era. I love this land, every woman, every man. Misha era, Misha era. Workers' Republic and everlasting peace. Misha era, Misha era. I love this.
Yeah, it's that's in a Misha era there of you folks from Shanaghy and the Unity Squad featuring literally Damien Dempsey, Gary Ogue, Terry Cruncher O'Neill. So who else is it? So, and it was Mary. Who was Mary? it disappeared there before I could see who the girl was singing up. But that was for Ciara Griffin. That one's Ciara. Anne-Marie Barkley. Thanks, Ro, for a great day. I'm not away yet, Mrs. Jesus Christ. Right, let's see. James, I've tried, but he doesn't want to do it. I asked him like last year. I know at the time he was sick and all this here and stuff, and he wasn't going through a great time. But I think genuinely this thing was like, it's something I don't really want to do. Do you know what I mean? I did put it to him. I sent him messages. If you ever had McMurrough on the show, I would love to hear an interview with him. So I did send him a message, and from when I got back he wasn't interested in coming on the show. So there we go. Like a few other ones, maybe like I don't think it's they've nothing against me. They just don't want to come on like a live public profile and sort of bare their soul. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people do like the limelight. I'm not one for liking the limelight at all. So that others don't and just don't want to do it. So yeah, I say, but I did try and get McMurrough on, and for all the rest, I'd have tried Mick McLaughlin. I will try and get him on again. So I will. Right. So we're going to have another. We're going to play Kinky Boots next for Sydney. Then we're going to do Boys Over Brigade, especially for Big Johan. Right, what's here? These are all saying here. I'll try and fit Long Kitchen before the end. Anne-Marie, you've already had one song today, so you have. Yeah, just I see the comments about the match here. Not great, but it's see it in that pitch. It's hard to, like, I don't know. Hopefully we'll just sneak a goal in the end. And then again, it's cup football. I mean, it's a cup match. Like form all just goes out the bloody window. And plus we're playing with a brand new centre defence today. 2 players that have never literally played before. Probably don't even know who each other are. And do you know what I mean? So that's hard. Right. So Sydney Daring, this one's for you. This is the Irish Brigade live in Dublin with Kinky Boots. And we'll play it right from the start, so Jerry can do a wee bit of talking, tell people about this song and whatever. Here we go.
So here we go again this time, folks, with a wee song I know you can all sing along and maybe even dance along to. This is a song actually got into the charts for us. I do believe a reliable source told me it got to number 3 in Cambodia.
That's Cambodia, by the way.
Oh, right, somewhere around there, but I couldn't read it. The man said that's what it said on the internet, so fair play to them. It's a wee song called Kinky Boots. I drove my Saracen through your garden last night. I kicked your front door down around at midnight. Something's telling me, boy, you're avoiding me. And when I find you, you will go for your tea. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. My good friend Neville, he's in the RUC.
I see.
But now they've handed him his redundancy.
I see.
Folks along the border won't be seeing him anymore. That provost sniper will be missing him for sure. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. My good friend Andy, he's in the UDR, searching for weapons. He will go near and far. Up around by Kappa, you'd never find him there. The only gun he'd get there is an armalite in his ear. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army, and we're here to take your land. My good friend Nigel, he's in the SAS.
Oh yes, oh yes.
He said a change is just as good as a rest.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Now they've gone and posted him way down to Cross the Glen. He wishes to blazes he was back in jail again. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new flat jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army and we're here to take your land. Wee verse for Sammy Wilson, Sammy the streaker from the DUP. My good friend Sammy, he's in the DUP, an outstanding member, as all the world could see. I said, go up to Donegal if you want to have some fun. He said, I'll take a run there if I have nothing on. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army and we're here to take your land. Another wee verse for poor old Johnny Mad Dog there and the Sea Cat Company. My good friend Johnny, he's left the UDA. Oh yeah, oh yeah. He said he preferred the LBF any day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Calling all his friends now, getting ready for a fight. He's made an appointment to meet Billy Wright. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, we hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army and we're here to take your land. First verse again, let's see you singing it. Here we go. I drove my Saracen through your garden last night. Sing up I kicked your front door down around at midnight. Something's telling me, boy, you're avoiding me. And when I find you, you will go for your tea. Oh, I've got a brand new shiny helmet and a pair of kinky boots. I've got a lovely new black jacket and a lovely khaki suit. And when we go on night patrol, hold each other's hands. Oh, we are the British Army and we're here to take your land. We are the British Army and we're here to take your land. Oh yes we are.
There we go. Yep. Sounded there the Irish Brigade folks with Kinky Boots. And I said that last week after I played that song in the Rock Bar where they're all just play it there and what was the other one done? Mailman's Provo, one after another, and the crowd just loved going mad. And that's why I said that's the reason why Jerry Glacken is just the OG. So he is. I mean, like it's. I know I've said many things about Gary Oak and stuff and all, whatever, and like how much I admire him and all, but listen, like Jerry Glacken is just like when it comes to writing songs and playing them and like the songs he's written, there isn't nobody compares to him. Like here I just seen this here on Facebook when I was browsing through it. There's a lot of people watching from all over the place. Some people in America and like Ireland, Scotland, England, all over the place. Tell me, just put in the comments now if you're watching the show, the live show, right? Tell me what usings. And we'll see if there's a difference around about it. So wherever you are in the world right now watching the show, because you're all of this, tell me, just read this here picture here and tell me what you call it, right? Where is the picture? There we go. So where the arrow was pointing now, what do you call this end piece of bread? Right? So wherever you are watching the show, and just do me a favour, write down where you are and then obviously what you call the bit of bread. So say, I'm in Scotland, I call it this. I'm in America, I call it this. So it'd be interesting just to see what people call it. Because I've seen this before and I was like, it blew my mind with some people. I was like, what? Like even the thing about ice pops. I know there's like people in Scotland call them ice poles. like ice pops. What the hell? Like, but then again, the whole thing with like in Derry, when you had the debate before about the cribby, and people call them pads. A curb and a Derry is called a pad. What? Bonkers. Right, so yeah. Well, so we'll do one more song and finish up the show today. We're going to play the Boys Over Brigade special for especially for Johan. Right. So Valerie says, yeah, it's called a heel. So it's called a heel in Dublin, right? Sean over in Ardoyne, it's called a heel. Now, Sean, I've already played George and Pat made our own. There's my ma, heel, West Belfast. So there's anybody that's saying it isn't a heel. Ciara Griffin there. So there's Conor McLaughlin, a loaf. So James, there's the first one there now. The first one, the crust. So James is calling it crust. James is over in England. So everybody else seems to be calling it the heel, right? So Dublin's calling it the heel. They're calling it a heel in Derry. So there's we're going, right. So a heel in North Belfast, a crust in Birmingham, right? So there's Linda from Scotland. She calls it an outsider, right? So Anne. So there's Sammy as well in Coatbridge. They call it an outsider. At Coatbridge, it's called an outsider. See, just so people, nobody is commenting from America. Oh, there's Maria. He's home yet? Is he still in Bundoran, Maria? What's the crack? Marty Heaney says the crust is the bit round the edge of the slices. Let's see who else. Bit of fun at the end here. James says the heel in Fermanagh and a crust in Birmingham. You see, I told you this would blow your mind. So in Scotland it's called an outsider, right? James is calling it a crust in Birmingham, but to me the crust is the bit like the wee bit at the top or around the edge of it. Now, it's a heel. It's a heel. Oh, sorry, Sean. There you go. Not in Ardoyne. He's in the bone. My apologies, mate. So Maria says, you're home. Okay, right, so there you go. Well, no, it's called a heel in Ireland anyway. So it's called a heel in Belfast, it's called a heel in Fermanagh, it's called a heel in Dublin. Bundoran was great. Happy days. Good. What was the weather like for you down there? It was pish down here all weekend, so it did. But it's just that outsider bit that gets me. So it's, there you go. I told you that was going to blow your mind there. Right, so we're going to finish up the show here, folks. So we'll do this one here, the last song of the day, especially for Big Johan over in Sweden, mate. I can't wait to see you in September over in Gran Canaria. So yeah, folks, the next live show is going to be on Sunday, the 10th of September. So we're not here next week, obviously, because I'm just too busy working, right? And I need a day off. And then the following week, I'm playing in Nancy Mulligan. So hopefully, I might see a few of you there in Nancy's. But Sunday, the 10th of September, Sunday the 10th. And Bobby Fields, if you're still listening, mate, make sure you get to the West tonight and not the PD. I'm going to try and ring you here in a minute and make sure you know it's not the PD you're playing in the West. That'll be a great start for my career doing promotions with it, sending people to the wrong bar. Right, so Johan, this one's special for you, mate, and everybody else, folks. Thank you very much. It's been a great show today. Just myself and all illusions. And Solid didn't get a finger out here and get a few goals. So it's the Boys Over Brigade, especially our good friend, the Swedish Provo, Big Johan, and we'll finish up after this with a rant in the vein. Here we go. Catherine Carson, any word on Neil Costigan? His operation's Lamara. He was on earlier on. So as he says, yep, hopefully by this time next week I'll have a hole in my head. But he says his operation is in the morning. So it is. So it's not, he hasn't got it done yet.
Oh, Father, why are you so sad on this rainy summer morn? When Irishmen, they're proud and they're glad of the Songbird they were born. Oh, son, I see in memory of you a far off distant days when being just a lad like you, I joined the was called. It was long ago we faced the foe, the old brigade and me. And by my side we fought and died, so that Ireland she might be free. Where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? I'm proud to breathe, I want to see the boys of the old brigade. Oh, armoured cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the man behind the wire. Through the little streets of Belfast in the dark of early morn, British soldiers came running, wrecking little homes with scorn. Care saw the crying children, dragging bottles from their bed. Watch the single helpless mothers, watch the blood pour from their head. Armoured cars and tanks and guns, it came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. Oh, not for them a judge or jury, nor indeed a crime at all. Being Irish means we're guilty, so we're guilty one and all. Round the world a triple echo, Crumbatsmen are here again. England's name again is sullied in the eyes of honest men. Here we go! Armoured cars and tanks and guns came to take away our sons. Every man must stand behind the men behind the wire. And now, my boy, I told you why on Easter morning I have sang, as I recall my comrades all of dark old days gone by. Sure, I think of men who fought in Glen with rifles and hand grenades. They haven't keep the men who sleep on the ranks of the old brigade. Oh, where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, brother Green, I want to see the boys of the... Wait, one more time, let me hear it, hear it. Oh, where are the lads who stood with me when history was made? Oh, brother Green, I want to see the boys and girls of the old brigade.
Yes, there we go. That was Chris Carney live at Patter Browns in Dublin with the Boys Old Brigade, especially for Big Johan, my good friend, the Swedish Provo. So you go, mate. Right, that's us finished, folks. Thank you very much. We'll play it over about 10 minutes more as we can get started. The 10 past today. So, you know, there we go. Right, so hope you had a good crack, folks. That was a good laugh. All the bread banter at the end there. So it was interesting to hear people's takes on what you'd call a buddy heel, or a crust, or an outsider, as you crazy people in Scotland call it. Let's see, Johan, what's he saying here? Thank you, Ru. Great show as always. We'll be listening next time and really looking forward to meeting in the sun. Can we take the spanner as luggage? Right, folks, we're going to finish up here with Around the Vein. So, as normal, we'll finish up the show. And again, Neil Costigan, mate, thinking of you tomorrow for your brain surgery operation. Crazy, crazy stuff, mucker. Hopefully they get out there what they found, and it's not going to do any long-term effects, mucker. So, yep. So, folks, back on Sunday, the 10th of September. Definitely back. We might have a guest, might not have a guest. We'll see what happens. I'll see if I can convince somebody to come on the show, and hopefully they don't think they're going to be trapped into coming on and me ruining their career. You know, we'll see what happens. Might find somebody with a pair of balls out there that doesn't want to listen to shit from other acts on the scene. We'll see. Right, folks, so here we go. That's us. We're going to finish Around the Vein, the very, very last one, and we'll see us on Sunday the 10th. So, chuck your la. See us all there.
Genevieve Safi Alligator winds are slow der lange kul Bei fos bes her Shantir Shil shir basta Ni akbar Pantiran of the town And dot I am Sabar Noel They come their kell On boss no sell They gone their grave Ni labot na bile Charlotte canning around a veil
You have been listening to Rebel Podcast of Rory Carton. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We are also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel Podcast. Bhí sé bhgéis seach an sin leis an fád cruúlaí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siúificail sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cinneal ardan ar na main húisiúta. Ní mór ditch ag fád cruúlaí Rebel a curda.